Well, millions of people across the country are prepping for the end of the world. They are called preppers, and they could be your next door neighbor.
News 4's Brooke Boone takes a closer look into the growing trend and how it has become a booming business industry. It's a story you'll only see on News 4.
There is a long list of ways people believe the world could end. Some even believe the eclipse we saw yesterday is part of an end of times prophecy. Whether or not you believe one over the next or none at all, demand for survival gear is going up, and that means big business for those ready to prepare you for whatever tomorrow brings.
You know, what we would like to do is be able to offer the people the information.
Meet Jeff Merrow and his wife Angela. Jeff is from Reno, but lives in North Carolina now. He is a former engineer. She is a former social worker. They made good money, but Jeff says things changed when he broke his back a few years ago, and he started paying attention to world events.
We're seeing weather like we've never seen in our lives. We're seeing events that are unfolding every day. We're seeing governments collapse. We're seeing economies fail. The people, they're sitting there and they're going, what's going on?
And he had an idea.
I thought he was kind of kooky to start with.
The couple quit their jobs, cashed in their 401ks, and poured about $250,000 into a website, doomsdaylearnpreparesurvive.com.
If it comes to your town, are you prepared to live through that? And that's where we come in.
On the site, you'll find information on how to survive everything from a tornado to Planet X and an alien invasion.
Survival kits, a year's worth of food, bunkers.
But it will cost you. A year's worth of food for 4 people, nearly $7,000. Here's a radiation jacket for just over $350.
How about if we built you a house that was able to stand 250-mile-an-hour winds, is completely fireproof, and it would take a direct impact from a nuclear device and still survive? If we could do that, that would be great. We did it.
Jeff says they are working with Green World Design, a company who builds disaster-proof homes. He tells me a 2,000 square foot home costs roughly $500,000. He says so far they have sold a few homes, one to a member of the B-52s, but because their company is based on privacy, he would not tell me which member.
Do you have a bunker yourself?
We do. Can't tell you where it's at, but we do.
Jeff says they plan on holding their first convention in Reno in June. They will have vendors and speakers on hand to present information and sell equipment.
The bottom line, we really care to inform people of what they are up against.
Jeff and Angela say they are Christians and don't believe there is a date for doomsday, unlike the belief that Mayans predicted the end of the world will be December 21st, 2012.
That is actually a hoax as far as I'm concerned. There is no scientist, there is no expert in the field that can say this is the day and the hour.
But if it's all a hoax, why a doomsday website? Why start holding conventions now in 2012? I asked Jeff if they are using fear to make sales.
That's not what we're about. We're about purchasing to be prepared.
He says these days business is exploding. Preppers are growing by millions across the world and come with a variety of beliefs. Just type in Doomsday on YouTube. Hundreds of videos will pop up. Doomsday sells. That's according to Jerry D. Young, a fiction author who lives in Reno. Jerry is also a prepper.
Rope, cord, fire starters.
He lives a simple life. His small apartment is so crammed with survival gear, it's difficult to move around.
I have a hatchet. It's actually a tomahawk for cutting wood.
Jerry says you don't have to spend a lot of money right away. He has been saving up for years and says he's ready for a catastrophic event.
If it's anything that doesn't immediately hurt me, I can stand for 2 months.
Jeff Merrow contacted Jerry and asked him to speak at the convention in June about how to prepare for disaster. Jerry admits he hopes to gain recognition from the convention and sell his books.
Beyond disability, I want to make money at a legitimate job.
But he also hopes to inform people, much like Jeff Merrow says he is trying to do.
Something's going on. Something is coming. What's coming, we don't know. We're not, but let's equip you in case it happens, because we want to see you pull through it.
I called Jeff to find out how business was going since we first sat down together a few months ago. He tells me the demand for bunkers has grown 1,000% in the last 2 months, and their convention is filling up fast. The convention is June 28th through the 30th at the Cal Neva. For information on the convention or tickets, you can visit our website, mynews4.com.
All right, thanks, Brooke. Well, what do you think? Do you believe the world will end this year? So far, early results show 5.7% of you say yes, about 20% say no, but that there will be changes, and finally about 74% say no. We are good. 2013, here we come. To weigh in on this poll, just log on to mynews4.com.